Enjoy and subscribe.
So a word that has been popping up a lot in my life is the word accept. And I didn't know if it was for a good thing or a bad thing. I didn't know if I was blocking my blessings and needed to accept reality, or I needed to accept failure, I needed to accept my mistakes, I needed to accept the facts that life in New York might not be going the way I planned. I really didn't understand why this word accept was coming into my life. And today I saw the quote, "The first step to accepting yourself is to stop comparing yourself to others," from Joe Duncan. Now, I took out my phone and I went online. I went to my social media page and I saw that a friend in SF had posted a picture of her on a boat, and she basically said, "Sorry for being MIA. Your girl is officially getting her MBA." And my first thought was, oh my gosh. It was, wow, she's moving forward. Wow, she's on to the next level. And in that moment, I could see how having that first initial response was bringing me down, because I was comparing myself to her. I was comparing my objective to her objective, and it's completely different. My first thought should have been, wow, congratulations, that's amazing. Which I feel as if that is the response most of the time when friends or people you know update you on what they're trying to do next, how they're trying to move forward in their life. Yet, unfortunately, if you're not comfortable with who you are and where you are in life, that fear brings itself to the forefront and makes you feel as if you are lacking, or you are not enough, or you have something to prove. And my ability to recognize my initial thoughts and then put that on pause and deal with the facts, which is that she made a plan, put in the work, and decided for herself that that's what she wanted to do, which is amazing. I, on the other hand, have nothing to do with her success, and she has nothing to do with my success, but I can support her and she can support me. And it just made me feel as if it's important to recognize the thoughts that we have, because that is what prevents us from going from okay to good to great to excellent. And I knew it was something I wanted to speak about, because I'm at a point in my life now where anything I do could determine the rest of my life, the trajectory of my life for years to come. I believe that you can always start over. You can always start from zero, bounce back, and regain and rebuild. But if you can learn from others now, especially in your mid-20s, late 20s, early 30s, that helps too. I want to be perceived as a professional, but am I acting like a professional? Am I doing what professionals do? Do I need to go back to school and get another degree? I don't know. It would be nice. It always helps to have more education, but with the way things are changing, I feel as if we can determine for ourselves what we want next, what that means. The one thing I want in this life, the one thing I really truly desire, is a sense of security in myself, a sense of stability. I can deal with chaos if I know that who I am and what I am is basically unshakable, because I understand my North Star. I understand my vision for myself. I know where I'm going. I have a plan of attack. that is going to help me. I believe I thrived in school and in the education system, and I relied heavily on it throughout my life because you kind of just knew, like, okay, fall, we start again, summer, we finish, fall, we start again, summer, we finish, fall, we start again, summer, we finish. And then when summer equaled graduation, and then you decided to move on to another level of education, and it's another graduation, and then you have to make a choice, career or more school, internships, fellowships, rotations, what are we doing? I was just so used to being guided by a system that basically took up 2/3 of your life and then gave you 1/3 for a break, that I didn't really know who I was. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't know who I wanted to be. Of course, I think we're all born and given this idea or hope that helping people is important. I'm very service oriented. I know that in my life, helping people is what I was meant to do. It's just a matter of how. How do I want to help people? Because I've done it within the education, I've done it within retail, I've done it at different spaces like volunteering. But now that it's my career and I'm trying to figure out how I want to help people as a source of income, I feel the stress of finding my way, finding it and doing it right. But I'm also learning to give myself the grace to just take my time and do what I believe feels right, because no one can force me to get up out of bed and actually go outside and go get it. Moving to New York was just step one. Like, getting a job was step 2. But building a life that I love and a career I'm proud of, that to me is what is going to be fulfilling. And I do feel rich when I wake up and realize the amazing people I have in my life and the people I have access to. I feel super rich because that's what makes my life fun and just worth living. Having the opportunity to be near and close to people who have your best interests at heart and want to see you succeed and want to see you win. I don't need validation from anyone. I don't need the compliments. I can do that for myself. I can do that with my relationship with God. I can talk to Him and I can learn from Him and gain wisdom, by spending time to get quiet and listen to that still voice that's telling me, girl, you gotta backtrack, girl, you gotta move forward, you gotta stop hanging out with them, you gotta eat better, you gotta work out. I'm at a point, especially having younger siblings, I just feel like I'm not perfect, and I never wanted to be perfect, but I always wanted to have some type of, if I was going to be the mold, I wanted to represent to them that you can be successful if you choose to bet on yourself and follow, your passion, something that you are into. Because I don't think, I believe that desire is greater than force. I was talking to a friend. I believe that desire is way, way better, is a better motivator than force. If you have to force something to work, you need to stop, because that's not going to last in the long term. It's not sustainable. Force is not sustainable. Things break for a reason when you force them. When there's a desire, there's a wanting, there's a pull. It's not a push, it's a pull. That is what I'm seeking. And I believe I just haven't given myself the right sense of belief. Confidence is not a joke. Confident people are golden people, because it's really easy to just give up. Every day it's really easy to give up. And then I think about why I should fight, why I should keep going. Especially in spring when there's all these graduations, it can make you feel so if you're not part of it, or you feel like you're not really graduating as well. I've been working so hard to get into corporate America, and I always tell myself, maybe there's a reason it's not working out. Maybe that's a sign that I need to do my own thing. But I don't know. Well, I believe I do know. I just need to work on getting in sync, in tune with it. I feel like I'm always having this conversation once a month, and it's not helpful if I don't actually act on the conversation, but it gets more refined every year. If you're struggling, you don't know what's next, just know a lot of people don't know. A lot of people don't know what's next. All you can really do is just take it one day at a time and write down what's important. What are you trying to, where would you like to be? If everything was great, where would you like to be? Maybe you gotta work backwards. I have the safety net of going back home. But if I leave New York, I fear I will not come back. I will not be able to come back as easily. So I try not to look at going back home as a safety net and everything will be okay, because I don't know if I could survive that mentally. Not that things aren't good back home, it's just I work so hard to live my life on my terms, and moving to New York was really big on my list. So if I were to leave, I wouldn't consider myself a failure. I don't know what would happen. I really don't know. And I don't want to know. I want to stay here. I want to figure out what I'm doing next. I'm tired of being the hot mess friend. Just the one who doesn't have her ish together, but is, like friends kind of just are like, oh, that's her. Like, just don't ask her to join for dinners, like she won't be able to pay, or don't ask her about work, like she doesn't really have it together, she's hustling and bustling. But that's my story, and I own it. That's my story. I'm tired of that being the only story I'm able to tell. I want to tell better stories. And I've been so focused on trying to go tech this whole time that maybe I need to change my approach and look for something different, because if you keep trying to knock on the same door expecting it to open and it's completely locked and someone's not in, you have to try something else. Otherwise, there's just no sense, right? This was a good talk. I had to check in my messages.